the Minister for Women's Empowerment and Child Protection, Her Excellency Professor Dr. Johanna Susanna Embesi, delegates from the Indonesian government, diplomatic partners of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, staff and management of Westpac Banking Corporation, members of the Women Entrepreneurs Business Council, members of the Pacific Women in Business, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our very, very generous media partners, Mr. Pula Vinaka, and a very good morning to you all. Jyoti, before I begin, I have to say all my hobbies have now gone down. Thank you very much for those words of introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and a pleasure for me to officiate an event like this. Thank you very much for your hospitality and for hosting us in this wonderful companionship of the Minister for Women's Empowerment and Child Protection from the Republic of Indonesia, Her Excellency Professor Dr. Johanna Susanna. I already mentioned to her in the morning that she and her team should be ready for the Fijian hospitality that we are renowned for, and Your Excellency, I'm sure you will enjoy our company and the partnership that we are going to forge with your ministry and of course your government. I must also express my special gratitude to the Westpac Banking Corporation, the Women Entrepreneurs Business Council and the Pacific Women in Business for organizing this event today. This is the support shown for the empowerment of all our Fijian women and a great effort to complement our government's commitment towards the advancement of the rights of women, be it economic, social, cultural, political, or in the political spheres of development. Please allow me to share a few things with you this morning. I do not wish to take a lot of time, but I do wish to bank on this opportunity to express the vision, the goal of our government, and of course you all, towards the economic empowerment of all our Fijian women. I do not need to remind you. Sorry, thank you, and special welcome to the gentlemen that we have here. I think we need to have more gentlemen when we have events like this, for them to realize, well, I'm sure most of them realize, but it's always important to make the men realize that we women are the backbone of every household, every community, and ultimately our nation as a whole. Chairman Mao, one of the revolutionary leaders of China, stated, and I quote, "Women hold up half the sky," unquote. And in Fiji, we women and girls make 49% of our Fijian population. And I'm sure that every woman present here has proven this to date, that you hold up half the sky. Let's continue to see if we can grab a greater percentage of what's out there for us. And because we believe in the power of women empowerment, we are all doing our very best to support the development of women in a holistic manner throughout Fiji. Fiji, having ratified the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, in 1995, has committed itself to ensure that all rights of women, as per the conventions, are upheld. Article 13 of CEDAW calls for women's equal right to economic and social life, a life whereby girls and women have the same rights as boys and men in all areas of economic and social life, getting family benefits, bank loans, taking part in sports, cultural life, and the list goes on. Our government is committed to women realizing their full potential and has committed funds through the ministry, through my ministry, to assist women, to allow women to develop their entrepreneurial skills and be able to contribute to national economy. Before last week, during the Fiji Business Council Budget Forum, there was a lot of emphasis focused on SMEs. And we strongly believe that the women can play a more active and a more greater role through SMEs, because SMEs also drive the economy of our country. So we are also going to work with other agencies that promote SMEs to see that more and more women get trained into business skills, more and more women are given the skills and the training, the assistance needed to start up small businesses, so they can assist not only themselves but their families as a whole. And my ministry also supports beneficiaries of livelihood programs, of course with NGO grant programs, through financial education programs, and of course our famous National Women's Expo. We have been receiving a lot of communications. Are you going to have an expo this year? Well, I said that is something that my team and I will plan, but very soon we will reveal to you what the plan is, because I'm sure you've got to understand that we just are slowly coming out from the crisis that we faced in February. And we are still working towards rebuilding lives. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that a lot of thousands and thousands of families were affected. And through the ministry, the government has already assisted 23,000, close to 23,000 families rebuild their homes through the Help for Home initiative. And we would like families to have proper homes, but at the same time, we do not want our women and girls and families to lose interest in the expo that they continue to look for. So yes, we will be revealing our plans about the National Women's Expo. Please, at this point, allow me to congratulate the Women Entrepreneurs Business Council, which was established in September 2013, for taking a lead role in advocating for and supporting the empowerment of Fiji's women entrepreneurs. The world is surely realizing that in order to have sustainable development, you need to have men and women working in equal partnership. I must say equal partnership. Again, I emphasize the need for our Fijian society to change their mindsets to achieve gender equality and ensure that all women thrive as entrepreneurs. It is indirect discriminatory practices, stereotypical views against women, crimes against women, and direct forms of unequal treatment of women that affects women's performance and growth in various aspects of life. And we too often confuse it as a lack of potential in our women. Let us not confuse our women not having potential, because there are so many practices out there that I've mentioned, discriminatory practices that affect our women's performance and growth. And we too often confuse, like I said, with the lack of potential. I believe every woman has great potential. A woman can run the house. Women leaders can run countries. What is it that women cannot achieve? That's a question we have to ask. How far can we go? How far can we go to assist another woman achieve her dream or potential? So it's working in solidarity. You know? Whether you're an NGO, whether you're a government, whether you're a faith-based organization, whether you're in the corporate world, the support that we give to the woman next to. Let's not go far. Just look to your neighbors. See how best we can support the woman next to you. See how best you can support the woman, a colleague that works with you. So many times I think we become too selfish in our own worlds, and we end up progressing and we forget. So it's high time that we all pool our resources together, you know, and we walk in solidarity, we stand in solidarity, so we can make a difference in the lives. And I'd also like to bring into focus the bilateral relationships between the governments of Fiji and the Republic of Indonesia, and the immense support that has been given to us from the government of the Republic of Indonesia so far. We have had exchange programs and several capacity building training programs that were provided by them both locally and in Indonesia for our women and staff of the ministry since the beginning of our partnership. My ministry has an MOU with the Ministry of Women Empowerment and Child Protection of the Republic of Indonesia on women's empowerment, gender equality, and child welfare and protection. And this is to exchange support for the development and protection of women and children. I'm glad that today our delegates from Indonesia, headed by Her Excellency Dr. Mbesi, are able to witness the partnership of my ministry with Westpac and Women's Entrepreneurs Business Council. And also to see that we have not limited the opportunities we get from the government of Indonesia to beneficiaries chosen by the ministry alone. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude with these words. Women are very capable business owners and leaders, and it is through intergovernmental and private sector partnerships like these that we are witnessing today that we can show the world the mammoth contributions of women to the national economy. With these words, I thank you once again for hosting us, and I thank you all for being here to welcome our Minister from Indonesia and of course the Indonesian delegation to our beautiful island of Fiji. Thank you. Enjoy.